hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence finding Harris on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a first down carry for Harris. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. They took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers. You always got to get your list done, because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Now they've completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Lawrence on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Second and 5.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now here's another carry for Harris.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Shreds him with a stiff arm. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
It's brought in by Harris. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Hey, Delta! Bravo!
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Hey,
Now Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence going to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And a quick throw here that's complete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire, but in this case, he didn't take advantage of it by getting set and making a nice throw.
Yeah, and with that pressure coming, maybe he should have just got it. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
The slot man in motion right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Harris running straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Now Lawrence to throw.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Najee Harris from 10 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is now 24.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Lawrence will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Hey, Lloyd! Hey, hold it!
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hey, Alpha!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Trevor Lawrence, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Patterson back out there to sim this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-bucking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
In motion, the tight end. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to try and go deep again. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were bullied, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense